When Homer went for a physical exam, his stomach got stuck in the machine. No matter how hard the doctors tried, they couldn't pull him out. With no other choice, the doctors had to dismantle the device on the spot and then switch to a larger machine for Homer's checkup. After the whole family finished their exams, Homer took Lisa to buy a milkshake. The cashier then asked Homer for a tip, yet the lowest tip option was 18%.
Fine.
Right after that, Homer took Bart to get self-serve ice cream. When paying the bill, Homer questioned why he had to tip for a self-service. The employee gave an absurd explanation, saying that the flavor selection screen worked really hard and that exorbitant tips were everywhere in Springfield. Homer had had enough of all this. He then took his family to hide in a restaurant for some food. Just as he calmed down a bit, he got the bill and saw that a tip was already included.
I'm outraged and also relieved. At least nobody's leaning over my shoulder to shame me into leaving a tip.
The waiter even reminded him that he could leave an additional tip on top of the already added one. Homer flew into a rage and only wrote down $1 in the tip section. But as they were leaving, the cashier ran out chasing them, threw his arms around Homer and sincerely thanked him for the $10,000 tip.
You tipped her $10,000.
No, I tipped you one. Okay.
10K! Ah! I've never had this much money in my life! Us neither.
Yo, this guy just tipped Sandy $10,000.
You don't know what this means to me.
Homer panicked because he didn't have $10,000 to his name. Before he could explain, everyone in the restaurant ran out full of gratitude. Homer then snatched the receipt and tore it to pieces. The crowd immediately flew into a rage and started beating him up.
There was already a gratuity on the bill.
However, this was all just his imagination. In reality, he had only checked a box for the tip. Overnight, the generous Homer went viral online. Later, Marge forced Homer to go back to the restaurant to set things straight and get the $10,000 tip back. But as soon as he stepped out the door, people in Springfield recognized him. They swarmed him asking for autographs and surrounded him demanding tips. Before long, Homer was transformed by this false adoration into a complete tip fanatic, throwing money around to give tips all day long. Meanwhile, at home, Marge received notifications that various credit cards had been maxed out. Bart also found that his bicycle had disappeared out of thin air. It turned out that Homer had given Bart's bicycle as a tip to the barber even, though the barber had only trimmed his eyebrows since he had almost no hair at all. To make it up to Bart, Homer gave Lisa's saxophone to Bart as compensation right in front of Lisa.